I don't talk to people much.
Yeah.
I have a very well.
Even now, I think we didn't. This summer, after Haileybury, we did not speak at all. Maybe like once or twice.
Yeah, but I learned something from you,
What?
and I'm really happy I learned it. Is how to talk to people more, like through like messaging and through
Yeah.
phone, because before I met you, I basically if I didn't see you around, I did not talk to you. Doesn't matter how much I liked you. The only people I called were my parents and my brother. Misha was in school,
Yeah.
and I saw Ralph on the weekends here in the
London.
UK.
Yeah.
And before that, everyone in my family was in the same place. I didn't need to call them or message them, and my friends were also in the same place. But when we left, I stopped messaging everyone. But then, when I saw that maintaining relationships with people you care about through your phone is extremely important as well, because that way you get to stay in touch with what they're doing, you get to see how their personality is evolving and what you can talk about when you meet them
It's
in
also
person
you
as well.
maintain your relationship with them. Like
Yeah.
I only keep in contact with a handful of people, like a handful of people, because otherwise I don't see the point.
Yeah.
It depends on the person and how close you're with them, and if you see yourself being friends with them in the future. Otherwise, there's no point.
Yeah.
And there's many people I don't think that they would. I don't think that I would be friends with them in the future. So I just
Yeah.
not friends with them because their paths and lives in our life is very different.
Yeah.
We've
But-
gone- yeah.
What I'm talking about is also like I didn't even do it to my best friends. I didn't even text my best friends.
Yeah.
At all. Even like as soon after school, if we meet up after school, calm. If we don't, probably that's it. I won't talk on any group chat to anyone directly. That was the end of it. But now I try to my very best friends, I'll message them. I'll try to actively talk to them.
Yeah.
Even when we're not meeting in person. Just even call them, talk to them on FaceTime. Something just to see what's up. Like just to keep the relationship between us up to date, let's say,
Without like messaging, I wouldn't have met so many people who became important in my life.
Mm.
Even like just sending a TikTok to a person.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I actively try to do that. What you've been doing for as long as I've known you.
Yeah.
Messaging people that you find important for you. And I think I'll try to keep that habit. I'll incorporate that habit into my lifestyle as much as I can.
But then you can also look at it this way. That habit will probably help you later in life when you need to network with people or have a daily correspondence with people in your company.
Yes, of course. I see the future benefit of being able to
Communicate over
communicate
text,
with
email,
people
on a regular basis.
Yeah.
In a non-formal way.
Yeah. And even if it's not in person.
Yeah.
Right. Because I love communicating with people in person.
In
talk
person
a lot.
is a whole different thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit weird. It is weird. It's not natural.
I prefer calls to text messages.
Yeah.
Because in a call you can tell someone's tone. You can tell whether they're
It's also easier.
upset.
It's easier to say what's on your mind, and
yeah, because you're saying it.
because you're not like perfectly. You're not crafting the words you want to say, because when you write something down, you're crafting what you would think you want to sound like, not what you actually sound like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. It's like
the words don't just come out of your mouth.
Yeah, because you could write something.
They
that
get
you'd
relayed
say,
in your brain, and you rethink it, and then you write it down.
Yeah. Also, it's like when you say something. Generally, if I'm talking, it's different to what I'll be writing. Also, because of I can say something that wouldn't sound good if I wrote it down. Maybe it sound offensive to a friend. I don't really care about being offensive to my friends in the first place.
Yeah, regardless of that.
Yeah, but when I say it, it can be a joke, and it will sound like a joke. But when I write it, maybe it won't sound as funny, or it won't sound funny at all. It'll just sound like a statement rather than a joke, you know?
Yeah. Like, remember your friend, Candice, he said a joke. Yeah, I can't remember it, but yeah.
I'm not falling for that.
Again? You're falling for it again?
No, I'm not falling for that at all. Yeah. I fell for it once.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen again. Oh.